Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we are stepping way outside the textbook to master a supernatural, casual phrase that native English speakers use literally all the time. We're going to get you sounding less like a dictionary and more like a local. So I want you to imagine this. You're driving around downtown, circling block after block, desperately trying to find street parking. After like 20 minutes of this, you finally just give up. When you want to express that frustration to your friend, that feeling of, well, it didn't work, how do you say it naturally without sounding, kind of robotic? Well, that is exactly where our hero phrase for today comes in: no dice. You're probably not going to see this one in your formal grammar books very often, but I promise you it pops up constantly in everyday native conversation. It's just a really fun, slightly playful way to share a minor piece of bad luck. And actually, it's an incredibly charming expression for building connection in casual situations. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap. First, we'll look at the real meaning. Second, its unexpected origins. Third, a quick caution on absolute NG situations. Fourth, clever alternatives. And finally, a natural conversation simulation. All right, Section 1. The real meaning of no dice. Simply put, no dice just means experiencing no success or not getting what you hoped for. But the absolute key here is the tone. You are keeping the situation lighthearted and relatable. It's used strictly in the negative for minor, everyday, unlucky situations. Like when your computer completely freezes up. You restart the whole thing, and it still won't work. No dice. To really bring this to life, there's a hilarious anecdote from our sources where someone's electronic apartment keypad died, completely locking them out. So they were stuck out in the hallway with their hungry, whining dog named Kafir, getting increasingly panicked. They tried putting physical keys in, trying everything, but no dice. Luckily, they were saved by a spare key hidden in a lockbox by their in-laws. But it's the perfect phrase for this kind of storytelling, a frustrating moment that you can just laugh about later. Moving on to Section 2, origin, from dice. So the phrase actually stems from old gambling games. And a quick little piece of trivia for you. Technically, die is singular and dice is plural, though in casual conversation, pretty much everyone just says dice for both. Anyway, a player would roll the dice, fail to get the outcome they wanted, and announce they had no success. And this brilliantly illustrates how a simple gambling phrase about a bad roll evolved over time into our modern conversational toolkit, expanding far beyond the casino. Section 3. Caution. Absolute NG situations. We are entering the danger zone here, folks. Context is absolutely everything. Remember, this phrase is a lighthearted tool, so using it in the wrong setting is a massive faux pas. While it's absolutely perfect for failing to find street parking, you should never use it for high-stakes failures. Think about delivering a botched sales pitch to your boss or getting bad medical scan results. For professional, heavy, or emotional topics like health or relationship issues, it's a huge NG. It just sounds way too blunt and insensitive. Section 4. Clever use of similar phrases. Let's expand your vocabulary toolkit with a couple of closely related sibling phrases. So as we know, no dice is playful but a bit blunt. No luck is its neutral, slightly softer cousin. You'd use it when you can't find a Wi-Fi connection, or maybe you're out practicing the javelin and just not hitting your mark. Then there's no go. This one is very matter of fact. It implies something is totally impossible or strictly not allowed. Perfect for when you're trying to book a later flight that's already departed, parking in a restricted zone, or honestly when you're just too exhausted to go out. Here's a great example of that nuance. Imagine asking, "Can we bring outside food into the theater?" and getting the answer, "No dice." This would totally be said by a friend who knows the strict rules of the theater from previous experience. An actual theater employee enforcing those rules wouldn't use it, but a friend observing a minor restriction definitely would. And finally, Section 5, natural conversation simulation with friends. Let's see how all of this builds into a real-world application with a step-by-step role play between two friends. We're setting the scene here. Two friends are trying to make last-minute dinner plans, completely failing at every single turn, and naturally using all our target phrases as things go wrong. Friend A kicks it off. "Hey, any luck making a reservation for tonight?" And friend B replies, "No dice. Everywhere is fully booked, unfortunately." Notice how naturally no dice answers the direct question about having any luck. It is just the perfect casual response to a minor setback. The conversation continues. Friend A says, "What about that new place by yours?" Friend B answers, "Oh, no luck either. They're not answering their phone." Here we see a seamless switch to the softer alternative, no luck. Also, just a quick tip, Using by yours or at mine is a fantastic, natural way native speakers casually refer to someone's home. Friend A suggests, "Should we just grab takeout from that Chinese place and eat at mine?" And friend B replies, "No go. It's actually closed today." Now, what's really interesting here is the shift to no go. Because the restaurant is physically closed, the plan isn't about luck anymore, right? It's a matter-of-fact impossibility. Finally, friend A concludes the saga. "I say we just call it and try again next week." They gracefully accept their lack of success. Calling it is another amazing conversational phrase, meaning to quit or give up for the day, and it wraps up their whole string of minor failures perfectly. So what minor setback will you use no dice for today? You now have the exact blueprint to take this playful phrase right out of the textbook and into the real world. Find a safe, casual situation with a friend and test it out. Thanks so much for joining this explainer, and we will catch you next time.
Got it! What's up? Catch up! Aha!